SGC here, and we're back with Talk the Walk. The Walking Dead Season 4, Episode 4, titled Indifference. So now we have more adventures with Daryl, Michonne, Bob, and Tyrese as they go through things, and then Tyrese tries to kill himself, but then he's saved by Bob and Daryl. And then also Rick takes Carol on a supply run because he has to talk to her somehow about the thing that she did. And then this is where it gets interesting. They meet these two couples named Sam and Anna, and they have this like conversation about just including them into the prison, and then Carol talks about being effective. And it just brings up the, you know, the concept of The Walking Dead in the beginning. I would say that these people relationships where you sort of get into their, you know, their psyche, as in how they're surviving and how are they gonna like add to the group, rather than having all these random people like showing up and then dying and you don't care at all. So it sort of builds a little bit, and you know what happens to them afterwards. So I sort of wish that they lasted a bit longer, because I mean they're building all these characters and then they die. I mean, they did that with the boyfriend in the first episode, and then they also did it with the kid with the flu. So it's just like, what's the point of building all these characters if you're gonna kill them? Because you don't build them enough to the point where like, oh man, he died. And then there's also back to the whole adventure of the four where they find supplies and it seems like everything's going well, and all of a sudden there's this conversation with Bob and you're like, wow, Bob, what a great guy. And then he almost died or lost his supplies, and then he didn't bring any supplies but a bottle of beer alcohol thing. And it's just like, why would he have no medical supplies? Like, what was he doing there? Wasn't everyone in the same room? Like, he was grabbing stuff with Michonne and he has nothing in his bag. So that's kind of like lame. And it's like, you build him up as a sort of a good person because he's so like, yeah, I'm sad. I survived the last in all my groups, so I hope that doesn't happen here. And Daryl's all like reassuring, and they build sort of a bond thing, and now that bond's gone because he brought alcohol. And also Michonne has a revelation that she's done with the governor, which is going to be interesting because the governor's still out there, but we haven't seen him at all this entire season with 4 episodes. So I guess we have more time this time around because there's 16 episodes in this season. And then there's this discussion with Rick and Carol after the two people that they met, and then Carol is like, she has to leave because Tyrese will kill her if she finds out. And Rick sort of feels interesting here because he backs himself out from the leader's perspective, and he's like, no, I'm doing this for myself, not for the group. And it's interesting that he went there because it seems like Rick isn't as leader type anymore, and I wonder who's gonna like, I wonder who's going to, you know, really lead this group, because they have this council sort of thing, but it doesn't seem like they're doing that much actual leading as individuals. So I mean, now that Carol is gone, I wonder what's gonna happen with Rick and Daryl's relationship, as Daryl will ask, where's Carol? And I wonder what's going to happen with Carol. Is she gonna meet new people just like Andrea did back in those other seasons and find another crazy killer like Michonne herself? And I guess, yeah, I mean, Carol going off would be interesting because there would be another perspective and more shots and more scenery, and I think that's okay. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this Talk to Walk, Season 4 of The Walking Dead, Episode 4. And that is all. See ya.